In November 1970, deep in the mountains near Bergen, Norway, two hikers stumbled upon something they would never forget: the burned body of a woman, hidden in a remote valley known to locals as Death Valley. She had no identification, no personal history to trace, and around her were strange, haunting clues: melted jewelry, a broken umbrella, a bottle of liquor, and a wristwatch with no hands. More than 50 years later, we still don't know who she was, why she died, or what she was running from. This is the story of the Isdal Woman, one of the most mysterious cold cases in European history. The woman's body was discovered on November 29, 1970. She was lying on her back, her arms folded over her chest, almost like she had placed herself there. But the truth was far darker. She'd been burned, badly. But it wasn't the fire that killed her, it was smoke inhalation. That means she was alive when the fire started. Autopsy reports found over 50 sleeping pills in her system, and bruising on her neck suggested she'd been hit. Her clothes were soaked in gasoline. Next to her body, investigators found unusual items: a liquor bottle, a mostly burned passport, a watch with no hands, a melted jewelry, and cigarette butts of a foreign brand. There were no signs of a struggle, but everything about the scene felt staged. Not long after, police found 2 suitcases at the Bergen train station. They had been checked in days earlier, and they were hers. Inside the luggage, things got even stranger. There were wigs of different colors, high-end clothes with the labels cut out, non-prescription glasses, foreign currency, and a coded notebook. The code seemed to follow a pattern, like L12, B17, P22, possibly recording her travels or meetings. There were also fake passports, multiple aliases, and a prescription bottle with its label burned off. Whoever she was, she had gone to great lengths to disappear. Or maybe someone else had done it for her. Through interviews and scattered witness reports, police began to piece together the life of a woman who didn't want to be found. She had traveled through several European countries in the months before her death: Norway, Germany, Italy, France. At every stop, she used a different identity: Claudia, Vera, Genevieve, Elizabeth. She always paid in cash. She spoke fluent English, French, and German. And everywhere she went, she wore wigs and changed her appearance. At hotels, staff described her as elegant, always well-dressed, but anxious. She often changed rooms, sometimes in the middle of the night. She told one receptionist she didn't feel safe. Others reported seeing her in cafes, speaking quickly and tensely with men no one could identify. Some believed she was a spy. And it wasn't a stretch. This was 1970. The Cold War was at its peak. Norway was a member of NATO. Bergen had secret submarine testing facilities just miles from where her body was found. Her coded notebook, potential rendezvous logs, her forged passports, spycraft 101. Military intelligence was consulted. Some reports even hinted that she had visited cities at the same time as military exercises. But despite all this, there was no official match. No country admitted to knowing her. No intelligence agency came forward. There's another theory, too, that she wasn't a spy, but someone trying to escape something: a criminal past, an abusive relationship, or powerful people who wanted her gone. Her changing identities, her secrecy, the fear, it all could point to a woman trying to survive. Trying, desperately, to stay one step ahead. And maybe she finally lost that race. What happened next only deepened the mystery. Despite the odd circumstances and international attention, the case was quietly closed within a few months. The woman was buried in an unmarked grave, under the name Unknown. The crime scene hadn't been properly secured. Evidence was mishandled. Several key witness reports were either lost or ignored. To some, it looked like incompetence. To others, like a cover-up. And for decades, that's where the case remained. Cold. Forgotten. Until 2016. That year, investigators exhumed her body and tested her DNA. The results suggested she was of European descent, likely German or French. A forensic reconstruction of her face was released to the public. But again, no one came forward. No family. No friends. No one looking for her. It was as if she had been erased from the world. Today, modern forensic science might be able to solve this mystery. DNA ancestry tracing, isotope analysis, facial recognition, tools that didn't exist in 1970. But so far, none of them have worked. The Isdal Woman remains unidentified. Her story unsolved. But maybe that's the point. Maybe she didn't want to be found. The Isdal Woman isn't just a mystery. She's a reminder of how fragile identity can be. How easily a life can vanish, even in the modern world. Whether she was a spy, a fugitive, or someone simply trying to disappear, her story is a chilling echo of what it means to be unknown. What do you think happened to the Isdal Woman? Was she caught in the web of Cold War espionage? Or running from something even darker? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your theories. And if you're drawn to unsolved mysteries like this, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next story. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and don't be afraid to ask the questions no one else will.